Welcome to System Dynamics Online Tutorials. In this session we're going to cover the Structure History Inquiry within the Manufacturing suite of applications. Under Manufacturing, within Structures and Routings, within the Inquiries, we have the Structure History Inquiry. What this application allows me to do is see the audit trail, if you will, or the recipe or bill of materials of the given structure within a warehouse based on a revision code that is assigned to this structure. When you first come into the application, you're presented with the warehouse to do the inquiry upon. We can use the list of values and pick the warehouse that we want to query on. And then upon hitting enter, you're put into a query mode automatically by the system to enter the structure, the routing, the revision, any pertinent information that you want to query on. If I wanted to query on a certain structure to see the history on it, the system will display to me with a list of values all of the valid structures within the OM warehouse, or actually within the structure file that I have. And I can pick to choose one particular entry. And I can see that there was a revision done on February 7th, and the revision was 1. And this is keeping in mind this is the history file. So this is telling me what the particular makeup or structure or bill of materials of this item was as of or on February 7th. And we can see here that it's made up of certain components. And what I can actually do here to show you this inquiry in the history file, first of all, it's mandated in order to get this history file that the revision code mandatory revision code be turned on in the system flags on the on Dynamic 3i. And what happens there is within the structure maintenance, when I actually call up a particular structure and change the bill of materials, that's when the original what I'm viewing is actually transferred to history, and then the changes that I put into play are taken. So if I actually call up that particular one aspect, if I call up if I look at that W07950B, I see the revision code is set to 2. And if I look at this is my live production environment here, where I actually have the structure maintenance defined to the system, and I can see that I am using a case 750 here for one of the components. If I match that to what I have in the history file, I can see that I historically on revision 1 I actually used a generic 12-liter case, and this change came into play and forced me to enter the revision code of 2, make my required change, and it took the old bill of materials and transferred it to my history file so that I can see, and time-stamped it, so I can see that on February 7th this is what the structure was using the generic case, and now currently it's revision 2, and it's now using a case, custom case made for that specific structure, possibly. And that concludes the structure history inquiry.